Hi, my name is Dylan Hong, and today we're going to be checking out this guy, the Fifine K670 microphone. It's a USB plug-and-play microphone for about $50. They sent this out to me to test, and we'll see how it does. So I'm holding it in my hand right now, and it's actually not picking up too much motion. Sorry if that sounded terrible, but it's actually doing a really good job of getting rid of some background noises. I have a humidifier on, my computer right here is on, and it's not that quiet. So we're off to a good start. The microphone is advertised as something that's good for YouTube, voiceover, podcasts, streaming, and some music stuff. So I'll be doing some testing from as many of those fields as I can, and all of the audio in this video will be coming directly from this microphone. Normally I like to sit here and talk into the camera while I later film B-roll and stuff to lay over for all the video stuff, but because this is all about the microphone, I'm going to be doing a lot of the information voiceover style. Primarily when I'm recording using this microphone, I'll be using Audacity, but other times for voiceovers, I actually like to use the built-in function in Final Cut Pro 10. On the hardware side of things, I was actually really surprised by the quality of this $50 microphone. Almost all of the components are some type of metal. It's all very hefty and has a nice weight to it. The stand that it comes with is really sturdy and solid, and it's all collapsible, so you can unscrew all of the different parts, and it comes with a secondary head mount that you can use to put it onto an arm or a different type of stand. While I don't show it in this video, the unboxing experience was also really solid for this price range and type of product. Everything felt very securely packed, and I had no issues whatsoever with getting anything out, and it just seemed very safe in its packaging. What you'll notice on the front of this microphone is this adjustable volume knob. This is actually adjusting how loud the microphone input is. You can better understand how it's affecting the audio from the microphone when you plug in headphones into the microphone. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack in the back that allows for low latency monitoring. It works well and pretty much just what you would expect. You can hear everything that's coming into the microphone pretty much live time. So now that we've seen how this microphone performs using video and voiceover, now we can see how it works while streaming. So right now I'm going to be testing the audio quality of this microphone for use of streaming and things like that. This is actually my third time trying to record this, as before I was using the GeForce Experience default streaming and recording. And the audio quality, it wasn't terrible, but there was this really constant grain and fuzz to it. So I'm trying it again with OBS and seeing how this is going to work. From what I've found over my last few tries is that getting the audio settings finely tuned is pretty difficult unless you're using something that gives you some sort of software option for monitoring, so you can see how the sound is coming in live time. It's actually going to take quite a few tries to make sure that all gets set up correctly. This isn't something that's special with this particular microphone, but it is something that you have to deal with if you're going to be streaming, and I thought I would point out my experiences. Other things that I wanted to note were that the bass, this bass, I'm going to tap on it really quickly right now. While it's on my table, it's actually doing a really good job of getting rid of some background noise. You should still probably be able to hear this microphone and the mouse. Hey, you should probably still be able to hear the mouse scratching along the surface of this mouse pad, but it's doing a pretty decent job. If that's a sound that you're not okay with, you can always get an arm stand so you can, just remove the physical connection between your desk and the microphone, and that should work pretty well. It's definitely suitable, or as suitable as any, for a streaming microphone, as long as you're willing to put in the time to figure out the levels and the type of processing that you want on the voice and in the files. So if you noticed a difference in quality from this audio source right now as opposed to what I was using before in Audacity, that all comes down to processing and the way you set up your levels. So if you really liked the way that this microphone sounded in the beginning of this video, but right now it doesn't sound as good, that's a lot about adjusting, how your microphone is interfacing with Windows and the applications. So I think this is a really good streaming microphone if you're willing to put in the time to figure out the hardware and software. One other thing that I wanted to note pretty quickly is that I'm actually listening to the game through the microphone, so that that headphone input in the microphone doesn't seem to add any latency whatsoever in the timing of, sounds in game. And it lets me also listen to how I'm sounding a little bit through the microphone. Once again, it's how the microphone hears me, not how Windows is hearing me. I wish there were a way, maybe built into the microphone, to toggle between software monitoring and hardware monitoring. But for now, this is probably the best thing that I'm going to be able to get. Yeah, overall, I think this is a really good microphone for streaming, especially at $50. It's cheaper than a lot of your other options that are going to give you a very similar sound quality and experience. So to see how this microphone can record other sounds, like musical stuff, in case you wanted to make songs or produce anything with this microphone, I figured I might as well bring out an instrument to test. So in this case, the monitoring is actually really helpful in that I can hear exactly how things are going to sound when it, is recorded and played. But once again, I feel like having a knob on the microphone makes it a little difficult for me to pinpoint a setting that I really like and then stick with it. So one thing that's actually really good about having the volume adjustment here is that if you're switching between something like just strumming and then changing to doing something that also has audio like vocals, you're probably going to want a different level. And so you can really quickly adjust that here. But the thing that I don't think was executed too well is that I would like to be able to select different presets of level, because then I could have one, if I'm a foot away, I know exactly how much audio I want, how loud it should be. And then if I, get closer or farther, I want different settings for that. But this is a good, simple solution, and there's a better, more complex solution. Especially for $50, it's okay, but that's just one area that could potentially be improved. I find it funny, lights we shone, they burn us out, and I just keep running. I can't catch this horizon, it's always just further than I know. This never ends. I fear what I'm dreaming of, and I know it feels like heaven when you are lost. So overall, I feel like I hit most of the bases for what this microphone is supposed to be for. Streaming, recording audio, music, voiceovers, and video and YouTube. And from what I've seen, for $50, things like the Blue Yeti need to step their game up. I mean, the raw audio quality is really, really good at this price range. And I think, it's clear. I don't want to recommend that anyone buys this microphone without liking the sound and liking how, videos sound from it. But if at the end of this video, you felt like $50 was a good price for the sound quality, even with some of the weird quirks, with the knob and the monitoring and some software things, then I think you should get this microphone. If you're starting maybe like a podcast or streaming or YouTube, at $50, this is a really low barrier to really, really step up your audio game. Anyone who's watched, something that looks good but has really garbage audio knows the importance of high quality audio. And this just might be the cheapest way to get that. My name is Dylan Hong. This has been Dylan Hong Tech. Like and subscribe for some more tech goodness. And thanks for watching. Tell me something